By the way, I totally just sang with Al Menken
You did?
at the piano. I like how I call him Al, like we're best
Big
friends
Al.
now.
What did you sing?
Belle.
Nice.
I know, it was a dream come true. I'm still geeking out.
Are you all over that music anyway? Did you know it?
Yeah, so I grew up with Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
This was one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Disney princess film growing up.
Yeah.
So I totally
And the music
geeked
is
out.
pretty awesome in it
And
as
it
well.
was nostalgic, and I was tripping out the entire movie, just like, this is amazing.
That's great. So did you ask Alan to sing, or he made you sing, or what?
I asked
How
him
does
to
that-
sing. I
That's pretty cool.
asked him to play, and then we sang.
That's pretty cool.
So I want to talk about Beast in this movie because he definitely has a little bit more depth to him, and it's a little bit more modern. There is a little bit of modernization sprinkled into this movie. So what were the nuances that you wanted to bring to this role?
Yeah, I mean, it's still very much set in 18th century France, but I suppose there is a modern sensibility to it, and I think the beauty of fairy tale, really, in a great classic fairy tales, is that, well, first of all, they bear retelling, and they're always great to hear. But every generation that comes to them, they find something new and a little bit different, and there's certain messages that get tuned up or tuned down, and yeah. So I suppose one of the things I really wanted to preserve from the animated film was just how funny and kind of sweet and silly the Beast is, as well as being this sort of great hulking, scary thing sometimes. And yet in the animated film, he is, I guess the comedy comes more from a cartoonish thing going on, which Disney obviously does brilliantly. But sort of how to translate that humor when he's humanized, dimensionalized. And so, when working with Emma, really, it was about, well, what kind of beast is Emma Watson's Belle gonna fall in love with? Like, what, who would he be? And we decided he had to be funny. He had to have a sense of humor. He had to be intelligent and witty. And so, yeah, we sort of translated some of that humor more into a dry wit that he has, I guess, which I really enjoy.
And on top of that, you had to bring that humanistic angle to him through just performance and facial motion capture, which
Yeah.
sounds very challenging. You were on stilts and you had prosthetics on set.
Well, there were no prosthetics. So there was a prosthetic muscle suit, I guess, but there was no fur or anything, and nothing on my face on the day. And so I was puppeteering a muscle suit on stilts for the physical capture, I guess. And then, yeah, the facial capture was done separately. And I think that's been, for me, one of the most delightful aspects of seeing the finished movie, really, was just seeing how the sensitivity of the human face can be borne through with using this technology.
Can we talk about how you had to then later shoot the entire ballroom scene with just your face?
Just my face.
That's so weird.
I can waltz with my face now.
How did you do
it was
that?
quite weird. That was one of the interesting things about that facial capture process, really, was sitting in this booth and doing everything that we'd done in all of these scenes, whether it was eating or sleeping or shouting or talking or waltzing. Just pretty much, they'd spray my face with UV paint, and these 27 little cameras would capture, and I couldn't really move my hand. I move my hands a lot when I talk, as you will see right now, and I had to almost like sit on my hands because they would get in the way of the cameras, and it was just the face, and sometimes that's just what the Beast is thinking or something.
What's the
It's not
waltz
sort of.
face?
I mean, it depends which bit of the waltz you're looking at, but he just had to sort of look lovingly at Belle, I suppose, a lot of the time, and there's a particular feeling that is that you get when you sort of nail a waltz with somebody, and it's I don't know, it's almost a sort of ecstatic feeling of joy, and so yeah, I just had to sort of feel joyful and in love, I suppose, and it's a lovely moment of storytelling through dance, really, that Belle reminds the Beast that he used to love dancing, and she sort of teaches him the first few steps, and then he gets the hang, and pretty soon he's waltzing on stilts.
Made in Hollywood.
Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Made in Hollywood TV. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And for the next awesome video, click right here. Click in that box right there. Super easy.